Hello, there we go. All right, so welcome. It is August 30th, and this is Ration Museum Bulletin number 11? 11, I think? Uh, Missed it. Oh well, let's get some howdies in. So, howdy Xenosaga, Aletha, welcome, Gail. Good to see all y'all already. So, I hope you had a good one. I saw y'all at Smokies last night. That was a good combination of bits that he was going through. That cheese right off the bat was no good, but that's how it goes sometimes. So today we're going to be doing some more condensing. Going to be going through the boxes you see in the bottom here. That's just all kinds of still moving box random stuff that we have to condense down to the correct new boxes and associate with each other. We've got Nick again. Say hi.
Hi guys.
Who's been helping me all day. We've been here since early today. We built 4 more shelves for the museum archive room, and we started organizing more in there. We organized all the empty crates and empty boxes, and then we organized all the full entire cases of rations, which we still have quite a few of those. And most of them are going to be for the purposes of like tracking down weird stuff. So got a lot of 80s and 90s, got that overlap period. So I've actually got a case of 96s that aren't A or B, and then a case of 96A and a case of 96B. So that era is interesting. We've got some 97s, we've got some 07s, we've got all over the place. Speaking of Russian roulette, we had a Russian ration today for lunch and dinner. Split it, me and Nick. It was pretty good. It was IRP Menu 3, produced in 2018. So technically expired a few months ago, but nothing in it was even sort of bad. Well, we'll see. I feel fine. I feel great. It was one of the tastiest meals I've had in months. So that was nice. The everything's better when you're hungry. Absolutely is the truth. Because holy hell, that was a fantastic meal. I'm getting mouth-watery just thinking about it. We had boiled groats and beef and grease and salt for breakfast. And then for lunch was stewed beef and fat and salt. And then dinner was more like barley groats kind of style base with more beef and some lentils. Oh wait, no, it wasn't.
Apple jam.
Oh yeah, there was
Jam.
there were crackers and jam and the pork pate and then vegetable caviar. I hadn't actually had that, I don't think, yet from one of the Russian rations. It's not like little bursting balls like caviar. It's pretty much like apple butter if you took out the joy. No, I don't know. It was like a vegetable puree. It was a little awkward. Howdy, Jeremiah. Howdy, Marilyn. Welcome. So I'm going to be doing this tease all night. It's going to be great. You guys are going to love it. Everybody loves being teased all night. We got a box here. It's super, 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 super important, and I'm just so excited to open it. So let's dig. Oh wait, let me just set this down for a second and talk a little bit more, and then maybe we'll come back to the box. But so up on the table we have a lot of different things. But first, I'm going to walk us over into the office, and hopefully we won't lose signal, but we should be good, and you can see what we did over in there. Let's see. Going to switch to that as the main, and then here we go. Oh wait, that's right. I can pop this off. Oh, well. Oh, thank you, Nick. I do like this sturdy, durable little camera. There we go. Totally fine. Totally happy to be tossed under a table. All right. So, check that out. We got things a little better built up inside. So this is the full cases area. All these little labels on the front are the the quick at a glance. 2012 case A, 2010 case A, 2007 case B, etc., etc., etc. Just keeping these all together, and then up top all the way around are empty cases. Good for quick movable displays and for examples of things. And with a lot of these, they're pretty interesting cases, so we want to keep examples of them. Like Ration Small Detachment 5 Persons is in great shape for being as old as it is and being a cardboard box. We got a couple of the really long, wide box styles. So there's an LRP and there's an RCW behind it in that ridiculous size. And we've got just a whole bunch of Meal Combat individual cases along the back there. And then these are just things that we've been going over on stream and trying to get better boxed. Space! We do have all those space rations in there. But yeah, bit by bit, turn it into an actual archive room. So also empty cases up top there, with the wooden crates and just more examples of everything. And then we got our civil defense stack, that water barrel, sanitation kits, crackers, all that kind of good stuff. And then going to set up a desk, field desk up in here, so that there's a little space to work in here. But yeah, starting to look okay. And all that empty space on the shelves on the right is where we're going to put everything we're boxing up today. And then we'll be able to move in there and get a better gauge for how much more space we'll need in the long run for even better storage. And how much space we have for bringing in new stuff, because already we're pretty much using most of it, but that was to be expected. So let's see. Yeah, taste buds are finicky. They excuse me. They certainly kick into high gear when they know it counts, when they know every little calorie is worthwhile there. So let's see. Beautiful weather today? I wouldn't know. Been in a basement all day. Let's see. So this is going to be one of those where I'm going to do my best to keep checking in, and we're going to mainly focus on the big cam. I'll set this up in the corner, and we'll start tearing open some boxes, and we'll check in with chat regularly and see what everybody's saying and see what we spot. All right, let's see. I'll get this. I can put it on top of this MCI box. There we go. Oh, good call. Well, it's got a couple hours of juice. It should be all right. But hey, Dub C, welcome. See, that's a little crooked, but I don't think anybody will notice. Don't notice. All right, so get these chairs out of here.
Here's some Russian salt and pepper from lunch today.
Russian salt and pepper.
Oh, does anyone know what this is?
Yeah. We I'm sure somebody can help identify what the purpose of this device was in the Russian ration. can't just be for opening the packaging, because they were all peel top and they were all super easy. And then there's this like little like, you know, catch a lip kind of sliding cutter kind of thing. I'm not 100% certain what this tool was meant to go ahead and do. See, now you ask a question, I gotta go see if there's an answer.
Sorry. Okay.
Ah, it's fine. Look at that carpet. All right, so.
Camera's having a bad day.
All right. Camera will be fine. The lower it is, the better it is. So I'll just take some height out of it. Try and tilt it so that when it wants to lean forward, it's got two legs to contend with. There we go.
Sean, these are old, so I'm going to defer these to you.
That's pretty much what we're dealing with today. Is
Let me grab some
the
gloves.
oldest and most specific stuff. Yep. So, this is all kinds of cigarette packs, accessory packet cans, new generation survival ration, food packet survival general purpose. The new generation one is going to be the one that's got the wintergreen puck sometimes. All right, let's just open a bunch of these. Well, this we know what it is. This I can put back.
Oh. This is cool.
Some of these we've opened on stream. We've just gotten a feel for what they are, but now we're going to try and rebox them. So.
I think some of these are World War II, some are Vietnam.
There are various sundries. Those are drugs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking Vietnam on that one.
6 tablets of dextroamphetamine. We've looked through this one, so we've looked through most of
Yeah, I
these,
think we had this.
but we didn't condense them into anything better.
Of course. Yeah, like yours. I know we had these puppies out before.
Yeah. So let's just keep opening, and we'll get a better feel for what all we got here.
Oh, more of these bad boys.
These I can put over here.
Beef ravioli, MRE?
So yeah,
There's no designations on those.
I think Old Smokey was asking me if I ran into these before. These are they were civilian MREs that just got these like taped over labels.
This one's a
I'm not sure.
salmon and a chicken noodle.
And I'm not sure why they all said tuna underneath the labels that they got. So reusing bags or something, but they were all just interesting. So this is J.R. Wood Company. This is Shelf Stable Foods Incorporated. You know, this is a Sopacco cracker. Ameripac peanut butter. So not our standard there. Transpackers drink mix. We got kind of a generic accessory packet. Creamer, coffee, toilet paper, sugar, bubble gum. Not quite army matches. So yeah, these were a neat one. They were in a white spoon. So they're like late 80s, early 90s style. And they look pretty much like a SOPAC, or like a SOPAC civilian. Let's see, this is the box of mainly stuff donated by Steve, 1989 MRE info. We can look at some of that if we want. This was all those cans, many of which are going to need attention. So that was all kinds of varieties of pound cake, fruit cake, pork slices with juices, beef with spiced sauce, instant skim milk, white bread, tuna, pork with juices. But yeah, a lot of these are starting to leak a little, so this needed some attention.
Brian says hello.
Oh, well, hello back to you. Is he trying to get you to do stuff?
No, just call and see how everything's going.
Alright. Did you need to talk to him after?
No.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is the case that had all the cakes for some special occasion. This isn't museum, so I'm gonna put this to the side. This is potentially for some kind of ration collector get together in the future. You know, we'll see.
So this will join the empties?
That can join an empty, yeah. That's a good example of a Storm 2. And if anybody's ever seen the Storm Ration #1, let me know. The STRM2 is all I ever added to the collection. They're pretty much the same thing as totems.
The ambassador of Panama.
Oh, gotcha. So we're not alone today.
Huh. Although we should ask her if there's a Panamanian.
Yes, I believe. But we won't do that right now.
Am I cool to open this? Like,
Yep. This is gonna some certificates of authenticity from items that don't appear to be in the box, and then rations being unloaded. Looks like RCIs. No, wait, these are 10-in-1s. Yeah.
I'm just going to move all these books and pamphlets over here, Sean. Need some space on the table.
So this is, if you can get up closer, let's see if we can get close enough and focus. Ooh, you can see they're 10-in-1s. Just cases, stacked pretty darn high with folks just walking around on top. So on the back we have the news article, passed by censor, article number 311168, American war material for the Second Front. As convoys reach these shores from America loaded with weapons of war and general supplies of every description in readiness for the opening of the coming invasion, so parts of England are rapidly being turned into huge stores with this material, where this material is checked and prepared to go into immediate action when the time comes. Associated Press photos show stacking field rations in an open depot to await their need in the coming invasion. After the stacks have been built up, they are covered over with canvas. All right. This was Italian theater, but it just said England, did it not? No. Okay, wait. Yes, so parts of England are being rapidly turned into huge stores where this material is checked prepared. It's listed as Italian theater, but maybe not. Interesting.
Check this out.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
is probably a box of civil defense pamphlets. Oh, here are some of the things that were. So, I think it was Gunner last week was saying he wanted to find some lemon powder. So, here we go. Doug from Omaha Beach. Lemon powder. Lemon juice powder, synthetic. Let's see. Let me see if I can bring this light a little closer. Oh, actually, I can bring this over here. There we go. That's way better. Dang, I can't tell. I'm going to bring it up here and switch. Can't tell. Can't tell. All right. There we go. Now you can kind of read it. This is from the Eric L. Dorr collection. There's not a lot of stuff in the collection that's got, you know, prior museum ownership and provenance and all that. It's just kind of a, you know, a new era or a new area that we're developing. But let's see if I'm missing anybody. Welcome, Kaylin. If I didn't get you already, I don't think I had. So welcome, welcome. Oh, the bags. Yeah, recycling something they had for tuna because nobody wants those. I don't know. And then this is a spoon from Little Round Top. This is bought from both of these came from Gettysburg Museum of History.com, which love them or leave them. But just gonna put them back there along with these certificates for now.
I have a labeling question, John.
Sure.
So they say 82 to 87. Menu 3. So, oh, okay. They're all different. These are assorted menus from different years because this one says 93, 94.
Yeah, was this that box that I said that can't be what it is?
It was upside down when I wrote, so I don't think so. You might have brought this one.
Yeah, there's another one I think that we left in there, so we can move these just all together into a case assorted brown.
Okay.
Or assorted dark brown.
Gotcha.
Let me see if that other case was in there.
Unless, oh wait, there's one more right here of brown. This might be the one you're talking about because I opened it and didn't
Gotcha.
want to.
I'm just gonna double check on the shelf.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't.
We're gonna want these to be as together as we can.
Yep.
So definitely fit another across. And
I think I could fit 2.
Yeah.
I think we'll be just fine on this one. Yep.
Yeah, and I did my best to throw one of these labels on. These were all trading fodder. In case anybody was looking for any specific era brown bags.
This is a perfectly preserved box. We have more empty boxes now.
Yep.
Hallway.
Each of these will end up with an empty box, but then we'll know what we have as opposed to just having random cases that had stuff in them. Can I take anything out of here? mess kits I saw in the box over there already. So we've got a World War II full mess kit. We've got a Japanese ration box from World War II, supposedly, probably not. Looks like much, much later, but it's got Japanese writing. You, I guess, can use the box lid itself to cook, or as a handle when you're cooking. I don't know. I wouldn't trust that to pick that up.
Oh yeah, let's wait and see if we have more IMPs. Bueller.
It's an interesting box, but not certain what it is. Might have been one of those times where that was just wrapping on one of these things. It was a present. Point. So these will want to keep this. We can get rid of them.
You throw them out the door. I'll put them in the trash bag later.
General purpose survival brand, easy yard, brake shoes. Well, that was recent writing.
Wait, these aren't yearly labels, so they are still.
All these empty boxes, various assault rations together. Not necessarily these. In-flight stuff I kind of want to separate out, so I'm going to get a box going for in-flight. Let's see, we'll start that over here. Pack it in flight.
I was putting the closest for your box.
Ration individual combat in flight.
Behind you?
Ration individual combat in flight. Oh, nice. Good find, Gail. Enjoy.
Sean, can you hand me an empty box?
Yeah, that script you were talking about with the, I got to figure out what that box is, so I can. Sorry, what was that?
I asked for an empty box.
Oh.
It's okay. I haven't listened several times.
Some empties on these. Food pack and assault individual.
You got any more of these Sopaco IMPs? Just trying to keep everything together.
Those are civilian.
Individual meal.
Gotcha.
Because that would be an IMP.
So no.
Oh, never mind.
IMP is Canadian ration.
Sorry, y'all. I'm stupid.
We can put these in with those. Those are just civilian
Oh, okay.
MREs.
So I'll
we
mark
can
them
put.
civilian.
Yep. Those are like menu C, civilian stuff.
This is Japanese, right? Or is this?
Yep, Japanese ration heater right there.
Oh, okay. I think we have a Japanese box in the other room.
Yeah, we can put that in with that default.
Not easy being perfect. Any more civilian? Oh. Are these pound cakes? Oh no, these are crackers.
Probably have more IMPs that can go in. IMPs and assault rations. Put that in. I mean, not IMPs. They got me doing it.
My bad, bro. Sorry, dude.
MCIs. We got MCIs and assault rations over here.
I got crackers here. All crackers. I know some are obviously different flavor crackers.
This is.
So are these all the same?
This is all trading fodder food. This isn't museum stuff, so let's box that back up and put that to the side.
You got it?
And there are a ton of pound cakes in there. That's my box of old pound cakes. This set of rails over here for now.
What's this one, Sean? Did I miss it when you were explaining it?
So this is reproduction.
Oh.
In between Civil War and World War One. So there was a like Spanish-American War, I think might have been in that era. This isn't original. This is a much later reproduction made for reenactors. But I believe you get meat in here.
Like jerky meat or just meat?
Generally, you would get like salt pork and that kind of stuff issued back then. So bacon, pork, generally not beef. 1872 U.S. meat.
More assorted brown. Do you have Post-its over there?
I think you tossed them at me and dropped them at some point. I don't see them.
Oh, okay.
So this is going to go with Civil War. These I'll take over to mess kit. Well, this can go. No, this will all go with mess gear. I'll put this stuff in mess gear.
I wrote out the label for the box and left it on the
It happens. Empty bags. We had a collection of those going somewhere.
Yeah. I'll double check where they might be. I think you have them in like a folder or some sort of binder-ish thing.
More cans. So we got 2 big cases of cans. Where are the other one?
That's
Right here.
Okay.
So we got 2 big cases of cans. This is more sundries and cigarette packs, civil defense sundries, accessory packets. And we're doing pretty good at busting this stuff down. So now Let's do.
I've improved since the last time.
Let's do B units. Oh, this is a shame this one wasn't rusted when it went in. I don't think. It's a B2 from 1966. So's this.
Can I start tearing down this civil defense thing this year? Or you want me to do yours?
No, that can go.
Is this like a government plate that you would then put on a car?
Yes.
Or, oh, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, there were a lot of civil defense vehicles. There were vans, cars, whatever could be, given civil defense new life, and then you wanted that plate so that you didn't get hit for no registration or whatever, because you were good. Definitely, I guess.
You should put this on your car and see if PPA gets confused. What? I almost want to put this inside of something.
So is that just a box of those pamphlets? Is that what that is?
There's folders. Yeah, I'm trying to get my thumb under it. So there are folders.
All right.
And booklets. Lots of booklets.
I mean, I just take the whole entire stack and move it as is for now. Oh, so much good stuff in here, though.
Is that a comic book?
Yeah, there's comic books. So, armbands, they're all the same thing. Civil defense from Oahu. Just so you guys can see. Oh wait, I got the view flipped this whole time. I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody. Let's switch this back around. Let's see. So, what I was trying to show was the civil defense armbands. We've got all these little pamphlets and booklets and whatnot from Civil Defense Administration, stuff they'd send, try and spread awareness. So stuff for farmers, stuff for store owners, glass and glass substitutes. Let's see, actually, open up a better spot here.
Sean, did you want this thrown away too?
Let me take a look at it in a minute.
Ah.
Mr. Civil Defense. He's, I was at a Zippo museum a couple of weeks ago at Bradford, PA, and spotted Mr. Civil Defense Zippo. They had his engraving plate among display. So I've got both issues of Mr. Civil Defense's comic book. A lot of these aren't being stored right, so I'm going to need to change some of it. So among all the civil defense stuff, you get great big stickers to slap on your car windows and stuff. So getting some of those still unstuck was fun. You know, I'm always keeping an eye out for this kind of stuff. So if anybody spots like the car placards or stickers or full uniforms, they made jumpsuits. You know, whole civil defense jumpsuits for a lot of these different positions. We're definitely looking for them. But booklets and stuff, reach out first because I have hundreds of these, and we may already have them pretty well covered. Civilian guidebook or civilian defense teaching guidebooks and stuff. Just went right through. Yeah, all of this is temporary the way we're storing. It's going to need a much better way to keep civil defense stuff.
Maybe down the road we can make some like good binders for them or something.
Yeah.
Sealed pages.
Because this can't happen.
Oh, that's sad.
You know, this got bent over at some point, and however long it's been in that box, it's been just getting crushed. Handbook for aerial radiological monitoring.
Oh, Jesus. I don't want to use these anymore. Cookies and cocoa beverage powder. So cookies and and jam.
The black ones are way easier to get on and off, but definitely use them because there's stuff you can't really get on your hands.
Gotcha. We're out of the black ones. Let me see if there's any upstairs.
And there are lots of these pamphlets. Just all kinds of stuff like Bert the Turtle says duck and cover. Got that whole song in my head. Plan book for point system rationing. It's kind of like with for along the planning for the books that you had sent. Those pictures of Gail. Civilian defense, urban analysis, training courses for civil defense, fire effects of bombing attacks, in time of emergency. I mean, there's just all these different guides for the general public for dealing with facts about the H-bomb, survival under atomic attack, what you should know about biological warfare, home protection exercise, emergency action to save lives, fallout protection for homes with basements, community survival plan, handbook for emergencies, the Civil Defense Guide by the Boy Scouts of America, gas defense, fallout protection, what to know and do about nuclear attack. I turned this one into a poster I have at home. Took a shot of that, blew it up years ago. I should make a new one now. The cameras are better because my copy is terrible. But I still love it. Sanitation at home. Radioactive fallout on the farm. Gotta love these things. Oh, this is just a handmade version of operational rations by the armed forces. That doesn't belong in here. Fallout for homes with basements again, just an earlier version.
Millions of consumers are cooperating with the Civilian Defense Administration by pledging themselves to conserve critical war materials by making it their duty to take good care of the things that they have. So this is essentially a local gas service company saying um, they'll show up and fix what you have because getting a new furnace is the same thing as just throwing your money in a pile for Hitler himself, you know, essentially. So, atomic energy and civil defense, laws, rules, and regulations, price lists. What? I'm not sure what this is. Looks like a book for buying books of laws. Atomic Energy Commission licensing, first aid and prevention and treatment of chemical casualties. This one has a letter. Yeah, a lot of them have these addendums, so we'll keep that together with it. Ooh, desert survival. Waterworks engineering in a disaster. Survival under atomic attack. Training and education. Let's see, we'll bring this closer. Atomic Energy Commission patents. Power demonstration, questions and answers. First aid. Protection in the nuclear age. Emergency sanitation at home. Emergency health care. Personal and family survival. And this was that first one, Mix 5, which definitely is one of the neater looking ones. And book for fallout shelter management, personal and family survival. Wait. Yep, just different editions. Mileage ration C. Let's see what's in there. Oh, somebody's course materials for taking one of the classes, radiological monitoring. Still, shame that that's so bad. Take some time to go back, I'm sure. Right, so let's see. We got the big stuff. So. Bottom of this pile. Were there other ones like that? And let's see what everybody's up to. Yeah, all kinds of books. Got a whole lot of civil defense stuff, book-wise. Well, definitely keep shopping online. Sorry, my day job is all e-commerce, all setting up e-commerce shops. So definitely a big fan of online stores. As long as, I got no beef with Amazon, but I also don't work on or for Amazon. So always remember to, shop with the little guy as often as you can. Even if the little guy is a multi-million-dollar company, it's just not necessarily Amazon. Not that there's anything, not that there's anything that I really hold against them other than they need to be a little better to their workers. But I'll stay out of all that for a million reasons.
Should I pitch this up so they're not looking at a table?
Oh, yeah, that. That definitely don't need to do.
Oh, it was a little tight. I didn't want to pull the fly out of it.
Definitely don't tighten it up. Sorry. I don't think we had any other boxes of pamphlets.
That is full of books, like big old.
Yeah. There was like a little red Japan box. It had.
Oh, I think that's in the other room. This one?
Yeah. What do we got in here?
I think we might have opened up last time. I did a stream with you. I don't remember.
All this stuff is civil defense. Lots and lots and lots of civil defense pamphlets and booklets. As vertical as possible. Let's see. So, doing good. Doing good. Getting through some stuff. Wait, what are you getting 70 yards of fleece or 40 yards of fleece for? That's a lot of fleece. Got a lot of bee units here. Some of this stuff is looking really rough though. I could condense down cans to keep them in one of these, or I can move them. I'm going to move them. Got lots and lots of bee units. Now, a lot of these, they just need to get opened and emptied. That's all there really is to it. I don't want to put them back as is, so I'm going to separate them. These are cute boxes. Let's see. So we've got a lot of starting to crust over cans. One of these, though, this is my favorite pound cake. Let's see if you guys can see it. Cake, comma canned, comma pound, comma baked. You know, it's one way of saying it. Where did I had pound cakes all over the place over here. I guess I moved them. Oh, so that's the normal, just pound cake. You know, it says pound cake. So cake, comma canned, comma pound, comma baked. Just like that. So one of them's Eunice King's Kitchen in Sherman, Texas. The other's the American Bread Company in Nashville, Tennessee.
Baked pudding. That sounds pretty good.
By Morton House Kitchens in Nebraska City, Nebraska.
Would this be like the ham sliced with the sliced coconut juices? That's something that'd be
No, that's gonna be sliced ham.
Oh, like actual real ham.
Sliced ham.
That's pretty dope.
Ham, sliced, cooked with juices. Would not be spam.
This sounds really good. Pecan cake roll.
Yeah, a lot of these are looking pretty good. The B units. So like these almost look like Korean War era, but these are marked 66. Just that they're dark cans. Just say B3 unit, B2 unit, nothing else. So we've got the B1 unit, we got a B3 unit, we got two B2 units of that type. And then we got, hard to read, but slightly lighter green B2 unit. Tuna. Still tuna.
What are those thin things? Yeah.
Peanut butter, and cheese.
Oh, wow.
Cheese is starting to escape. Can't really smell it. Peanut butter looks fine. Peanut butter will always be fine. Yeah, this is looking more. This is a 1959. This is a 1966. I think. You know, that's the thing. The date codes on these things, you just, for the most part, you're guessing. Most of them are going to have, 3 digits, and the first is going to be the month, and the last 2 are going to be the year. But that wasn't necessarily standardized, so there's no guarantee that that's what you're actually dealing with. Let's see what else we had that fits with these. Oh, interesting. I wonder. May 1962. Bite-sized chocolate, the first orbital test. Interesting. So, we've got all of these. All of these. And a lot of these are not in great shape. So we're going to try and separate based around what's okay and what's not. So B units stay together.
Can I separate the cans by like the unit and whatever and just divide them?
That is what is in front of you. Not
Yeah, I know. Is that okay?
B units, cakes,
Oh, okay.
gold cans. Don't need.
B units.
I'll
not
have
like
I'll have
B2.
one of each. I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Okay.
Like,
No, I was looking at them and didn't realize that they all started that way. I'm learning.
I'm just trying to break off the segment that's going to need restoration work. Which is right now this segment. And then stuff that's bread products, and then meat products that are going to need to be opened and emptied eventually. Chicken and noodles, pork slices with juices, restoration work. All these restoration work. Yeah, we're going to be opening cans soon and taking some awful, awful stuff out of them.
Well,
Pineapple jam. Oh my god. Ugh. Ah, cheese spread with hickory smoke. Ugh. Pineapple jam has found its way through the container. Yeah. Just,
gooey.
oh yeah. Somebody likes that. Some lunatic.
You mean you wouldn't eat it?
Peanut butter. Now this is back to normal. Current foods, current foods, current foods. That's what I like to see. B2 unit. So the thing about a lot of these B2s is they're just time bombs themselves, and they have cheese inside. So it's not just sitting on the outside waiting, sitting somewhere inside. Alright, so we have a lot of B units. That's all B units. We got just bread products back there. We got gonna need some work products. And then a stack of peanut butter. Let's see, it's not lightening up. Huh? Bring the light over to this region of the table. So, quite a few peanut butters by themselves. And there's plenty more in those B units, but these are all in pretty good shape. We got 8 peanut butters spanning many, many eras, but it's going to be hard to guess. Their stamping conventions are crazy, but it's just almost all where it is so far. It's all current foods, so they probably had a standard among themselves. This one is one of the only weird ones. Almost looks like it was printed on with a computer years later. No number stamping, no nothing.
Is this one? Sorry, I didn't mean to distract you. You want this one over there? It's a little
What the heck happened to this guy?
battered.
He can stay.
Okay.
All of these, though, well, these are fine. This is both B units. These gold cans were all out of like food packet in flight kind of stuff. Crackers, skim milk, tuna. And gold peanut butter. Cinderella Foods, Dawson, Georgia.
One of the gold ones from.
$1963, I think.
Wait, are there also like olive jar ones from the same year?
Yeah.
So if they're, that's brass?
I don't know.
I wonder if maybe they're brass to go on like patrol boats and stuff like that.
They're reflective, and I don't know why else they would be brass. For the in-flight cruise.
Oh, these are inflict.
Yeah.
Oh,
Again, I'm not aware of any special Navy rations that are made to be non-corroding. I've never heard of that. If anyone has, please say so in the chat. But this guy brings it up every time we look at rations, so I'm just not aware of special non-corrosive brass canned military or Navy stuff. Hey James, welcome. JW Speaker, welcome. Probably missed some other folks just looking back. But welcome to the chat, everybody that's showing up. David, welcome. We're just going through all the miscellaneous boxes and bringing them together bit by bit, pretty much. Let's see, we have some more cans here. Now, these are all accessory packet cans.
like napkins and stuff.
World War II B unit. All of these have cigarettes and stuff.
Dope.
Well, we certainly have a whole case worth of B units. So let's get B units started. Oh, where do you want to?
Oh, if you trust me to do these, these seem a little bit more fragile than the others.
These are fine.
Okay.
Just this pile into that one. And then we'll figure out the other piles. These are all going to go back into one of these crates so that we can remember to work on them.
Crackers, candy, and jam. Sounds kind of hard in there.
Try to not have anything touch anything else this time. Ooh. Can bottom went out on that chicken and noodles. And beef with spice sauce is no good. Definitely not going to survive. Pork slices with juices. Rough. There's that pineapple jam slime. Cake roll, not bad. Just rusting through a little. Pork with juices, not bad. Same kind of thing. This cheese with hickory smoke. Oh, just picking it up and moving it around is enough. Enough to make it aware of my presence. It's getting a little defensive. The native North American cheese spread will release a pungent cloud when angry.
Or when eaten.
Or well after being eaten. Right. So that's that layer. It's actually not many things that need restoration there. That's pretty good.
How's that?
That's looking good.
This corner was tight.
Let's take out the whole second layer and put a piece of cardboard between them, just in case.
The peanut butter's fit in the corner without any pressure.
Okay.
I didn't realize the peanut butters were smaller.
Just do that. Go, and then shoot, we can just call this B units.
Okay.
Miscellaneous B units. There is a whole collection of accessory packs somewhere where these belong. Let's see if I can spot that box. All right, let's.
So you said these are in flight, right? Like these are for flying.
Yeah.
Are they like they're not EFRs though, right? Like emergency flight rations. Like these are specifically for the crew to eat during missions. I'm trying to learn.
But you're making up rations as you go, and it's confusing. I've never heard of an EFR.
Also called a Mark 9.
Don't know what that is. Those would be ration in-flight individual, or ration combat in flight. I'm not sure which or why this is. Oh no, this is by itself because it's leaking. This will go in the restoration box. There's various sundry stuff. I don't think we're going to run into more B units, so we can box that up.
Okay. There's nothing in those boxes over there. That's stuff you didn't want to unbox.
This can stay. This is separate. This we went through, but what to do with some of this?
Yes. Oh, hey, those are the wrappers we were looking for to put these civilian rations wrappers.
And there's all kinds of sundry stuff, so this can come up, because this is kind of what we're getting down to, with all these mixed sundries. First official MRE was a maple pork patty. Good on you. Hey, Gunnar, you missed earlier. I was so if you go back to maybe like 10, 15 minutes into the stream, I showed a lemon juice powder synthetic from Omaha Beach that was dug up that I snagged from the Gettysburg Museum Society or Gettysburg Museum Group or something like that. But packet was in great shape, and it's authenticated as having come from Omaha Beach, so that was neat.
Is this a civil defense poster?
That's Tang.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, Tang poster.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, we got all this stuff. I've gone through before, but so there's those.
Taster's choice.
This is super duper rare. Also a gift from Steve 1989 MRE Info. If you haven't checked out his channel before, definitely go check it out. But Beefsteak MRE came from him. It's the only one in the museum collection. Two B2 units.
Just put it away. But these are, this is empty.
Yeah, these must be for display.
This one has stuff in it, though.
Pop that one in. I wonder why these are empty. If they were from a particular one. But no, this is a mix. This goes in the civil defense booklet box.
Here, I'll back them.
Both of those. Nothing else.
Nothing?
Let's see if we can get a better view from higher up over here. What we're looking at. Let's see, maybe come around this side. Okay. Just get these together. Food packet, survival, general purpose stuff. You know, first aid stuff. But
Is that a city ration? Mountain Hut?
civvy ration, civil defense booklet. Wintergreen bar. Various bars.
Rejectable spoon.
Life raft ration pieces. Miscellaneous matches. Toddy. Somebody was looking to get their toddy on. I forget. Canadian penmanship. Big old can opener. 2 in-flights.
Oh.
Just gonna need a layer for
that. You need any of these?
Only the ones that have the half moon stamped on them. Yeah, no. I have 8s, I have 4s, and 3 IFs over here. You want to see that can opener? Sure, absolutely. Let me put some focus on it. Let's see. So this is a big one. So sealed, or closed up. Wait, why is it so bright back there? Interesting. All right. It's like a giant P38. It's like a UGR, grape juice can opener. See, no stampings or markings of any kind. But compared to my whole hand, pretty big, right? It's pretty much the biggest P38 I've ever seen. There's a reason it's in this collection, but it's in one of the not quite what you would call organized cans, boxes. So let's see if we can solve that. Yep, good enough. So I'm not sure where the other abandoned ship rations went. I know there's some boxes we haven't gone through that are in there that I just now. I went to put stuff in the accessory packet box, and I realized we didn't have one labeled, but there was one. It was from before I moved out of the apartment. I must have stuck them all together. But I thought I did the same for the food packet survival abandoned ship. This is my second 1992. So I have a complete sealed 1992. And then also have this open one. It just has some examples in it. One fully sealed example, and then one that was just open and can be used for a display. So just the standard Charms ration. This one's 1992. Now I always love. Doubt I'll get an angle where you can see through it too well, but see the actual written text on there without the reflection. But they stamped August 1992 right on the thing. There's never any confusion in the modern era when your candy was packed. So, got a couple types of canned survival rations. Got the good old-fashioned storm kit. Got one of these. It's remnants still. Wow. Hershey's Tropical Chocolate. The label's pretty much from the inside out, weathered away, but I believe this might have come from Steve. I can't recall. I think this one did. This isn't part of this ration. This is sweet chocolate ration bar. This should go with the other. Rich tropical chocolate, fortified biscuits, calorie and carbohydrate bars. It just says CC, which could also mean candy, chocolate bar. Cigarette packs. Lots and lots of cigarette packs. (1984) snuff. Old Sterno. Civilian ration stuff. Civilian survival stuff. Smoking tobacco. So definitely gonna want a smoking box. Wax carton of milk. Interesting. Not sure. Yeah, a lot of this stuff, this particular box, a lot of it was from Steve, and I'm not sure. I think I got it during the Doswell Expo stuff, so I'm not sure I ever had time to really dig in on figuring out what some of it was.
Did I miss the explanation of the ammonia inhalants?
No, I've just got them off to the side again, as a not certain kind of thing. Oh, this is that flying ration here. So we're getting down to quite a mix of stuff.
What are we doing with these
two? They and all of these can get their own box. Let's start with just another new white box. That one on top is in-flight rations.
Okay.
And I think I found the last of those, so we can mark that.
On that?
Is this empty?
Oh, wow. Okay. My bad.
No worries.
So, should this be miscellaneous bread? Miscellaneous bread and cake?
We won't have enough for a whole box, so we can just say missed canned rations. Survival stuff in here. display items that I'll put somewhere.
So is this powdered milk?
Yep.
So is it probably still good?
Powdered milk, I have a hard time saying is still good in cereal from a few years ago, let alone from 65 years ago.
We didn't die from the Russian powdered milk.
Yet.
So.
Didn't die yet.
Okay.
These are also,
Should I lay one of those like soft foam sheets over the top of it?
yeah. Can survival, smoking.
Lifeblood. Should I have that lid behind you? Perfect. Oh. We've almost filled up the new shelves.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can't act surprised. We did start with a stack of boxes to the ceiling in that area. So it's not as though we went into an empty space and just happened to fill it. We just moved things from being stacked on the floor to being stacked a little less terribly.
I didn't know the military gave out Newports.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Newports, Chesterfields, Camels, Benson and Hedges, Philip Morris, Marlboros, Pall Malls, Lucky Strikes.
Are these rolling papers from RJ1?
Yeah. I'm not sure if they're military. They just happen to be amongst this collection of bits. Oh, what time are we looking?
We're at 6:45.
Oh, wow. So, I mean, I joked, but it wasn't really a joke.
Wow, we did really power through that, didn't we?
So, before 7. So we'll try and get this kind of stuff cleared up, and then we're going to show you something pretty darn interesting. Can openers. I'll put can openers in there.
What's this box called?
Canned survival.
Does this can go with can
No, this is sundries. This is a can of cloves.
Oh, that's right. I smelled that.
Oh, yeah. I know it smells pretty good.
Wow, nutritious booster club. That's awesome.
The Huan bar, which used to be the Hoorah bar, and then became the First Strike bar.
So they're all the same bar?
Yeah.
Are they like, oh, they are like they're just flavored bars. Okay, I was going to say they're like a fruit bar, but this is apple cinnamon, that one's chocolate.
Yeah, there's apple cinnamon, chocolate, banana, vanilla maybe. I can't remember all the different flavors of the First Strike bars.
Gotcha. Is this half a tin that says food packet survival on it going in here? You want to wrap it in something?
On what?
There's a lid here that says food packet survival, a tin lid.
Yeah, that can go in there. That was.
I'm gonna wrap it in bubble wrap or something.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a razor blade.
Okay.
Yeah, JW. They're earlier iterations of what became the first strike bar. They originally were the Oorah bar, and then the Hoo-ah Oorah, and then the Hoo-ah. Or maybe it was the Hoo-ah Oorah, and then Oorah, and then first strike. I always get the order mixed up there. Yeah, a lot of the good call on that too. A lot of the miscellaneous extra stuff that we end up with, or that I've kicked in from my own collection, in the end is going to be for trading sort of stuff. And all these cigarette packs, I don't know if you saw me handling those. Those are all empties. In all those cases, these are the remnants of my own personal smoking, smoking with other collectors at meetups. The few times that's happened, but I no longer smoke, so I'll stay away from them. But overall, just going to be a good display can come out of them eventually. But got a good chunk of those in there. And then this 105-year-old box of Navy cigarettes. They are in there, but they're just fuses at this point. So that should go in its own pouch.
They're just fuses.
Yeah, they'll catch on fire and they're gone. There's no slow tobacco smoking involved there.
What about your sticko gun right there?
Yeah, that's sundry. That shouldn't be with the smoking stuff. Smoking, we'll keep to the side. We'll put in another box. Let's see. There's a lid. There's quite a few of these. These don't need their own
On the box.
white box, but they need something.
Plenty of smaller boxes out there.
Sundry's collections. Start a white box for that. Whoa.
Norwegian.
Is that Navy?
It says Nordjet. I'm assuming that's how.
All right, getting down there.
Alice, miscellaneous, sundries. Theater stuff.
We've got space for 2 more boxes, and then 1 more space next to the box labeled space.
Okay. Oop. Brain's starting to get a little.
Do you like a large Ziploc bag for those?
No, I know what you have. Don't need any gallon bags.
Ryan's body bag.
Some more of this stuff together. Most of this stuff transferred over here.
It's called sundries.
Yep. Miscellaneous sundries.
Did I spell it right?
Yep.
Okay. Don't want another Canadian. Canadian.
It's the best part of the collection. I know what you're talking about. You spelled something weird and it makes me chuckle every time I see it. That's all that is.
I wrote Canadian the way it was spelled on the Canadian MRE. What's that cardboard box under the mailbox?
Food packet abandoned ship. There's 3 more of these somewhere. I don't know where. I'll put the cigarettes on top of the rest of these.
So would these be in like a lifeboat or something?
Yeah.
Or do these go in that sort of drum thing you have?
No, these are lifeboat rations.
Gotcha.
All right.
So we have 2 lids. White box. Is there another banker's box over there? Because there's only 1 banker's box here. That's the lid on it. Okay, there is a banker's box.
But it has a lid.
Ah, yeah. So this is the lid for that. I was like, I saw that lid over there. I didn't see the banker's box.
Got it. So this is MCI display and a salt ration display. And I'm just going to mark, this is a box of bands.
Box of bands.
We will want them for when we display things. We want to get the right thing for the right era. Let's see, check in with chat. Talk about nuns in public school. Oh, God.
No, I mean nuns. I assumed Catholic school, but I guess you go far enough back. I was not thankfully taught by nuns. My aunts and uncles and mom in that era all have their horror stories that thankfully I did not have to live through. You know, for being married to God, they seem to really like hitting kids with rulers.
We went to Catholic school.
Hey, Smokey, perfect timing. We're wrapping up the all the boxing and stuff, but the super special ration unboxing is about to happen. So, perfect timing for that. I swear.
No, I brought it back because I was trying to put gloves on, but these gloves make your hands really sweaty.
Got it. All right. So, let's see what we have here. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. This is well, it'll be the first time I'm touching it as well. So, just got this. Been working on it for a couple weeks. So what happened was I spotted something with one of my saved eBay searches, something that is insanely rare, and pretty much never ever shows up. And I missed it. It was online for part of a day and sold, and I immediately reached out to the seller and wanted to know what else he had and where it came from and how I could get it. And so essentially what he sold was a piece of toast from the Gemini program. Now, they had introduced toast as part of nearly every meal for Gemini 4, and they decided right off the bat this was a bad idea. So there's crumbs everywhere. Let's not eat the toast. So a lot of it didn't get eaten from that mission. And then they stopped making toast, and you don't see it going back up. So I knew right off the bat this guy had something from Gemini 4. So, okay, that's exciting. So after some back and forth, he says, well, I think I might have some more. And he dug around, and he found this first item. Coconut cubes. Now, there is a hole in it, but overall, pretty solid shape. And I said, well, yeah, I'm interested in those coconut cubes. You know what else? Let me tilt this down. I just realized you can't even see overall. Here, let's see. All right. There we go. All right. So, say, okay, what else you got? And bit by bit, he starts going through and he digs out everything, and everything turns out to be quite a bit. And it also turns out to be nearly an entire specific meal that was discussed and not eaten on Gemini 4. So here we've got chicken with gravy, which came with vitamins. There's the spout, there's the cereal, there's the Velcro patch. So he had acquired all of these from Patricia White when he was a young kid. She was the widow of astronaut Ed White. Astronaut Ed White was one of 3 U.S. astronauts that perished in Apollo 1. They died in a fire on the launch pad in the capsule itself. So the launch did not succeed, and they were unfortunately killed. Ed White's previous trip to space had been Gemini 4. On day 2, meal 4 of Gemini 4, it had chicken and gravy, tea, coconut cubes, toast that got sold, that I did not get. Hold on, here's the tea, by the way. Let's see. Also with little tablets. And potato soup. So these 3 items here. Whoop, a little better. Just gonna bring this down. Pull that back a bit. All right. So yeah, these 3 definitely part of day 2, meal 4. And then this item was not on the docket, but there was talk of last-minute substitution involving a soup. So mushroom soup replaced potato soup as part of this meal. So had there been the toast, that would be the complete meal. And I know from him, he said the outer bag was part of this up until a little over a year ago, when his wife, not knowing what it was, threw the outer bag away that had been cut away from this. Got it. So this is just from an earlier meal, banana pudding, but it also has the last minute change from 5 ounces of water to 2.5 ounces of water. They determined in one of the earlier flights that the puddings were better with less rehydration. So what I have here is nearly a complete space ration that was on the first time we ever put people up for more than a day. The mission's focus was a couple-fold. So the primary purpose of the mission was the first human spacewalk ever. Anyone, not just American, anyone. The first time a human being went up into space in a capsule and then opened the door and went outside and hung around outside and came back into their ship and went back down to the Earth and didn't die. This meal is talked about in the communication between the craft and Capcom on Earth. It's talked about on their tapes in the ship. Essentially, he just was feeling nervous. He wasn't feeling that great because he just walked around in space and he needed to sleep it off. So this is, for one, it's the first time people went up for more than a day. So a huge focus of Gemini 4 was food. They're going to eat. They're going to eat for days. What are they going to eat? How are they going to stay healthy? So they have all kinds of different things that they tried for the first and last time on this mission that they took into space with them. One of those things are, well, actually, let's see. Now that I see these, I'm not certain what these are. Thought they were a little bit bigger. Well, here we got a washcloth. Definitely got a space washcloth there. These almost look like gum. I'm not certain. At first, I thought I was going to be getting my hands on some of the. So the mission also had space toilets, defecation bags, but I don't believe that's what this is. Although this is a bag within a bag. The defecation bags had 2 little bricks of chemical to break down, but they also would have been a good deal bigger than this, I believe. And they had the first kind of gusset, for trying to attach it to yourself, that didn't work out very well, and that was revamped by the Apollo program. But these are going to be interesting to find out. These may be bubble gum. I'm gonna see what I can find. There may be soap for all I know, but he and the seller included these, saying he wasn't sure what they were. But um, we've got, this is definitely a washcloth, and these two look to be potentially bubblegum, but maybe soap. I'm not sure. I'll find out. I'm going to be going over the manifests and walking through every single detail I can at Gemini 4 as a result of having the opportunity to acquire all this. And we're going to put together some kind of, let's see if maybe it looks a little better without all the extra light. We're going to put together a display around this for sure, but how cool is that? I mean, I've gotten space food before. I've gotten flown items before, but the idea of getting not just flown items and not just from some specific mission, but getting nearly a complete meal that on such an important mission that had such a focus on food, and getting a meal that was brought back by a man who just a few years later died in such an iconic mission, Apollo 1. So this was just a fantastic find. It made my year, and I just couldn't pass on it. And piece by piece, figuring, I had to just keep on going with the guy. And in the end, like these extra little pieces, they came about after we'd set the price, and I'd given him shipping information, and he just said, "Oh yeah, by the way, I found these. I'm going to include them." So, I can't thank him enough for that. But we'll figure out what they are. Plastic's in great shape. The contents are in, remarkably good shape, color-wise and everything, for what they are and for how old they are, and for what they've been through. They were crammed into a space as small as the front seat of a Volkswagen for 4 days with 2 human beings, where the walls were dripping sweat, and it's just amazing, that he had the wherewithal to keep the ration pack at all, and that after his death, his wife kept it for long enough to decide, this neighborhood kid might want it. Let's give it to this neighborhood kid. So, the seller grew up in a house in between the Whites and the Armstrongs. So, bit of an interesting neighborhood for sure. And I'm going to get as much information as I can about him in that situation, so we can put some extra context on all of this. But it's just something that doesn't happen, and I'm thrilled to get to share it with you guys. Yeah, exactly, James. The defecation bags must have been pretty difficult to use, and they talk about that. The very early, David, the very early space food. So this is Gemini. This is, essentially round 2. Round 1 for us was Mercury, and round 1, it was all high altitude tube foods. So essentially the same foods that the U-2 pilots eat, which are pureed, pulverized meals put into a tube with a really long kind of a stick for feeding. The U-2 helmets had the port for it, so you wouldn't take your pressure suit off to eat. And I think the same thing might have been true of Gemini. I'm not sure. I think they did have to eat with their helmet on through a port. But yeah, that's just oh God, don't get me started, Smokey. I'm not even gonna try. I'm not gonna try to eat any of this. God, I bet that banana pudding would reconstitute. And it's not part of the meal, It's not part of the specific meal. It's just extra. Oh God, no. But it was on Gemini 4. I'm not eating it.
But I wanted to share that unboxing with you guys. I hadn't actually opened that box until just now, so it got delivered on Thursday, and it's been everything I could do to not open it. Just putting it out there. If any of you happen to have been the person who bought some old space toast for $50 off of eBay in the last month-ish, please reach out to me. Please reach out to me. I will very much like to reacquire it and have that complete meal, but I'm doubting I'll ever get my hands on that. I am going to ask the seller again if he can pass my information on to the buyer of that, but I'm assuming it went into somebody's collection and they'd be devastated to let go of it. So I understand, but it's just holy heck, that would complete the entire meal. All right, checking. Let's see what you got, Smokey. Oh, neat. I have water containers that go in this, but I never had the actual outer case. He just sent me a picture of one of those metal boxed ration, emergency ration, like square ration boxes. Space diapers were definitely a thing in Apollo 11. Apollo 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, they were equipped with them on board. 13, they didn't get to use them. But the rest of them, whenever they'd go out on the moon, they were wearing a diaper. Generally, because they'd be out there for hours and hours. Though I think for the most part, they did essentially avoid using them like the plague. I can't even imagine walking around on the moon in a diaper that's been used. But the space toilet, I almost hope that is somehow still related to what I have there, just because that Gemini mission was so insanely important for figuring that out, and that is a huge part of the whole food picture in terms of food history is how you handle food waste. Oh, Kaylin, well, I can give you the address right now. Just let me know if you're ready. And actually, I might even have, I can just hold up. Here we go. Do that, and then we'll go. Let's see. So, yep, Military Ration Museum, 124 Chestnut Street, Philadelphia, PA, 19106. You don't need the dash, but it's dash 3009. I'm just going to cover that so there's no confusion there. But I'll turn that off because plenty of light as it is. Yeah, definitely going to ask him, Old Smoky. It'd be so great if I could get that toast. Oh, had those gloves on for hours and hours and hours. It's 19106. Sorry, I put the box is up on the screen if you can see it. There's just the address written out there. 124 Chestnut Street, Philadelphia, PA, 19106. Not 190, 1910. All right, 19106. All right, but I'm gonna wrap up for today. But let's just bring them front and center again. So cool, so cool. Well, I hope everybody had a great time this night or this Sunday. I've been having a ton of fun getting this closer and closer to organized, and then we'll be able to start really picking one subset at a time and photographing and cataloging and figuring out how we're going to store the information. We've got a lot coming up. The museum website needs a lot of work. I've been kicking around trying to come up with like a logo, and have an idea that's looking pretty possible. I'll share it with you guys soon, but I gave an AI a whole bunch of information about what I'm trying to do and said, design me a logo. And it spit out a bunch of nonsense. And then about 12 in, it spit out something that I think is brilliant. But we're gonna dial it in a little bit, and then I'll share it with you guys. And I think that might end up being our logo. But and you know, how cool would it be if a computer designed it? I'm really happy to get to share all this with you guys, and I'm glad you all came out for another stream. And I will get some updates online soon and start getting photos up and everything. If you haven't already, be sure to check out the Twitter link below and the website and all that stuff. And bit by bit, we're going to start using them more and getting more content on there. And and then soon enough, going to start making informational videos about individual rations and missions and that sort of stuff, and posting them on the YouTube channel, not just doing the live streams, but in addition to them, going to start getting more and more content. So can't wait to start on all those different projects and share everything with everybody. And I'm going to be starting the first fundraiser very, very soon. So be prepared to tell all your friends and family that your friend with the crazy hobby really needs some help. So we're going to try and raise at least a year's rent at first, if not two. Just that's the main thing to be, to get out of the way, and then we've got a space to work and to share access and to keep the rations safe and to add to the collection. So from there, it'll be determining, what equipment's the most important and what'll make this thing actually move forward and hopefully have enough people involved in financial decisions and everything at that point that it's not just me, guessing my way through, but more a team of folks getting to decide, where this is going next. So I look forward to all of that. Let me pop this back on. Flip that around. There we go. All right, so I look forward to all of that and sharing everything with you guys and coming back for another week. So I will see you again. Same bad time, same bad channel. And check out the Discord, check out the Slack, check out all that stuff in the meantime. And have a great week. Thanks again for coming out.